Imagine this scenario. It's a typical Tuesday evening, and you pull out your phone to quickly check your bank balance. Suddenly, your stomach drops because the number looking back at you is much lower than you calculated. You start scrolling through your recent transactions to find out what happened. There's a $12 lunch, an $18 takeout order, a $7 coffee, and a $25 online purchase that you completely forgot about. You sit there wondering where your hard-earned money vanished to. You didn't buy a luxury watch or go on an extravagant vacation. It was all just normal, everyday stuff. Yet somehow, your cash is gone. If this sounds like a familiar cycle, you are definitely not alone. The average household drops thousands of dollars a year just on eating out, which breaks down to around $10 every single day without them even noticing. My name is Maz, and here on Money Pulse, I spend an absurd amount of time analyzing how we can break these cycles, optimize our cash flow, and focus on true wealth building. If you are tired of your money evaporating and want to get serious about your financial freedom, hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Most people operate under the assumption that their financial struggles stem from a lack of discipline. They beat themselves up, thinking they just need to try harder or have more self-control. But the reality is that the traditional way our bank accounts are structured sets us up for failure. When I finally understood the core of this issue, it completely shifted my perspective on personal finance. The root of the problem lies in the single bank account trap. When your paycheck, rent, grocery budget, and random online shopping all flow in and out of the exact same place, it creates a massive psychological hurdle. You log in, see a balance of $2,000, and your brain immediately signals that you are doing great. What your brain fails to calculate in that split second is that $1,200 is already spoken for by rent, $200 for utilities, and another $450 for groceries and transportation. In reality, you only have about $150 of true spending money, but that glowing $2,000 balance tricks you into a false sense of security. Human beings are notoriously bad at mental accounting. Behavioral economists have proven time and time again that we struggle to separate funds in our heads. When all your cash sits in one giant pool, your brain treats it all as spendable income. This leads to what we call frictionless spending. With a quick tap of a card or a click on a screen, your money is gone before you have a chance to evaluate the purchase. The friction is gone, and so is your resistance to impulse buying. To combat this, I started using a brilliantly simple strategy that doesn't rely on sheer willpower. I call it the two-account system, and it works by removing the temptation altogether. The first part of the strategy is setting up your bills account. This account has one strictly defined job: paying your fixed monthly expenses. This includes your rent, utilities, insurance, internet, and any recurring subscriptions. The moment you get paid, the exact total needed to cover these necessities is transferred directly into this account. The crucial rule here is that this money is legally dead to you for everyday spending. You do not carry the debit card for this account in your wallet, and you never use it for a quick coffee or impulse buy. It exists solely to keep the lights on and the roof over your head. The second part is your spending account. This is where your guilt-free money lives. Your groceries, entertainment, dining out, and random purchases all come from this pool. Because this account holds a very specific, limited amount of money, a powerful psychological shift occurs. You no longer have to guess or do mental math. If your spending account says you have $600 for the month, that is your absolute reality. You are no longer looking at a bloated number that includes your rent money. It forces you to pace yourself and makes you acutely aware of your actual financial standing. This framework is so incredibly effective because it relies on environmental design rather than discipline. Think of it like a bowl of candy on your desk. If it's right in front of you, you will mindlessly snack on it all day. But if you hide that same candy in a high cabinet in another room, you will rarely touch it. Your money functions the exact same way. By splitting your accounts, you are putting your essential funds out of reach from your impulsive brain. People often ask if they can just track this mentally in one account, but the truth is, nobody does it consistently. Mental math is exhausting, and when we get tired, we take shortcuts that lead right back to overspending. The two-account system completely eliminates the math. The most surprising benefit of this system isn't just that it curbs reckless spending, it entirely eliminates financial anxiety. When the first of the month rolls around, there is no panic about covering rent or an unexpected insurance draft because the money is already sitting there, isolated and waiting. It gives you a profound sense of control over your financial destiny. You can set this up in less than 10 minutes. Just open a second checking account, name one bills and the other spending, calculate your fixed costs, and automate the transfer for every payday. It requires no complex spreadsheets or tedious tracking apps. Traditional financial advice leans too heavily on willpower, but a well-designed system will never let you down. It works because it aligns with how human psychology actually operates. Once your setup works with your brain instead of against it, managing your cash flow becomes effortless. If you want to stop wondering where your paycheck vanished to, take 10 minutes to restructure your accounts. If this perspective helped you out, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into smart investing, compound interest, and making the best decisions with the wealth we are building together.